Hey y'all, Taker here. Welcome back to the channel. And today we have yet another figure review. And now this comes from a game series that, although I don't play a lot of, I do appreciate the figures and the figure quality that comes out of this game franchise. And that's gonna be Azur Lane. Ah, man. Now this box is absolutely massive. Just it's really freaking big. And I mean, I really don't know why they had to ship her in such a big box, to be honest. This is supposed to be the light equipment version. So there is a deluxe version out there that is that is absolutely fantastic to look at, but not only is it incredibly expensive, but I don't have the shelf space for that. So to complement the other two Azur Lane figures that I've picked up over my collecting career, we're picking her up at a fantastic price, a fantastic deal, and, you know, enough of me talking about her and her, enough of me talking about Agir's massive box and, ridiculous shipping. Let's get right into it. I haven't unboxed Now, I haven't reviewed a figure from Act Toys before, but this is gonna be a first. And boxes these sizes are not necessarily... I'm used to these box sizes from Alter, so I believe, Act Toys must be taking a page out of Alter's book. And that is already not good. Hopefully everything is still intact. Shoot. Well, now y'all, first of all, there is no reality where a base should be this freaking big. Like, here is me trying to scale this. So right here, this is 15 inches in diameter. Like, this particular base would not fit in any shelf that I know of. I mean, first impressions are that this is not really feasible to use, from what I can already tell. But let's just skip all the way towards the assembly and just see how it looks. So after removing the base for Agir, I've actually figured that she really doesn't need the base to be presented at all. Of course, there are still some of the little pegs that are on the ends of her hair so you can secure her properly onto her base. But you can actually pose her both alone on her little seat, her ship seat, or you could even like present her floating, because her hair is just looks like it's strong enough to actually support the weight of the figure. Though I don't know how long it could support it. I'm not going to test that out, but it looks like the base might be 100% optional. The only issue really comes to the flagpole. Now the flagpole is made out of metal and a little plastic at the tip of the spearhead. So, and on top of the fact that it has this long, wavy, trailing flag on top of it, makes it really awkward to pose without the base. So for the time being, I have it being propped up by the use of a red solo cup. Unfortunately, I'm not as handy, or I shouldn't even say, I don't even have a 3D printer, so I don't really have a way to MacGyver something that looks more tasteful than a red solo cup. But hey, improvise, adapt, overcome, right? So now that we have that figured out, the figure itself. This figure is so freaking good. This is definitely my first figure from this manufacturer, Act Toys, but they really knocked it out the park with Agir's design. Her shading is immaculate. They really nailed the shading, especially around her thighs and where her fishnets are, so around her torso. It's just so dynamic, and I just love what they did with everything. It looks dramatic. It makes the pose look even more dramatic as she's lightly picking up her hair and her cape with her index finger. Just very majestic in general. Her face sculpt is also fantastic. They did a really good job with the eye decals and the ever so, confident neutral face she's sporting. The hair sculpt, there's just so much freaking hair in this figure. I really love the glossy white into transparent look that they have going for this figure. It looks very sort of divine, honestly. It has more of a divinity to it. After getting Agir, I really do feel like my Azur Lane collection has been rounded off. Between Prince Eugen and Baltimore, I feel pretty satisfied with what I've collected for Azur Lane so far. Unless something came out that just absolutely blew my mind, I think I'm actually pretty satisfied on my Azur Lane collection. And with that, I'll talk about my issue I've had with the Agir figure other than her base. It really came down to her shipping. So, this figure maybe released a couple months ago, and she's already kind of binned in price. I bought her from Solaris Japan for about $98. I think that's roughly like 14,000 yen. So really, really freaking cheap. Compared to like just from the detailing alone on this figure, like $98 is a steal. That's the price of a Kotobukiya figure. But of course, since y'all seen the box, the price is kind of hides the price of the binned figure hides the price of the shipping. Because I bought it from Solaris Japan, they couldn't actually do freight for some reason because of size, which I am skeptical about. I definitely feel like Solaris Japan just kind of wanted to run my wallet a bit more. But regardless, I had to settle for EMS to ship her. And with EMS to send her in the US costed me $70. So even though I got a absolute steal on her off of the pre-owned binned like figures on Solaris Japan, I still got destroyed by the shipping. So I paid somewhere more around the likes of like $180 all when it's all said and done. But hey, like, I still think the figure looks absolutely fantastic. Though I don't know if I can really recommend this figure unless you really like Dragon Ladies or really like Azur Lane, because even if you get it at a good price, you're still gonna have to pay a pretty penny to ship it to you. Hopefully you can find a provider that has cheaper shipping. I'm pretty sure in hindsight it would have been cheaper to buy her off of Ami versus Solaris Japan, simply because EMS shipping is so expensive. But it's really nice if you want to get your figure pronto, because it only took a week for her to be sent through EMS, which is much faster than 3 to 4 months. So I would say, like, this is a very worthwhile figure. Excellent design, excellent sculpting, excellent shading. I'm very satisfied with my purchase, and I hope that y'all were helped by this little review right here. And with that, that's really all I have to say. If you liked what you saw, please comment, like, and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next video. See ya!